Once upon a time, there was a family which lived happily together. And one fine morning, they were having coffee on their fine coffee table. There was laughter, there was smile, and it was everything beautiful. And the coffee was steaming hot, and there was a lot of gossip. And then they decided to take a sip of the coffee. And that's what happened. Ew, not happening. And then there were all gloomy faces. That's when they decided that they have to do something about these bad boys, the stains.
A few moments later.
After that horrible disaster, guys, we decided to make coaster for a coffee stain issue. So we decided to make 3 coasters and different ways, and we started with the decoupage method. So let's start DIYing.
So for today's project, we'll be using a wooden coaster, sponge, brush, decoupage sheet, colors. I have taken these 2 colors, one golden and one white. Okay, water, Mod Podge, and if you don't have Mod Podge, you can use a Fevicol and you can mix it with water, and your homemade Mod Podge is ready. Now let's start the DIY. So for our design, we have decided we'll use this part, we'll use this butterfly and this one, and if we need more, we'll decide that later. So the best way to cut your decoupage is you can take a brush, dip it into water, and start giving edges to your decoupage. So now we have cut all the designs, and this is how I'm going to paste it. And now we are going to give a base color to our coaster. So we have colored our rim and our coaster, and now let's stick our designs. So now it's time for us to remove the lining from our sheet. Let's remove it. And there you go. our coaster looks after applying a thin layer of Mod Podge, and now we'll keep it for drying, and once it's dried up we'll show you how to style it. So for our next DIY, we would need a scissor, masking tape, coaster, a toothpick or any sharp object. You would need a paintbrush, and we are using 3 colors: black, white and golden.
So we start with putting a masking tape on 1/3 of a coaster and we secure it really tight. So we're going to do an abstract painting on this coaster, and hence we will start with a white paint, and we will start painting the 1/3 part of a coaster in white. So yes, we're going to do an abstract painting on this. So we're doing it half and half. Half will be white and another will be a different color. So I did not like the brush strokes. So what I did, I used a sponge to paint my coaster, and that is how it's coming out. I'm loving the texture that it's giving to my coaster. So after the paint is dried up, I'm going to remove this masking tape very gently so that it gives me straight line, and there you go. So after that, I'm going to mix a little bit of white with a very tiny dot of black, and I'm going to mix it to create a gray color for the other side of my coaster. So now I'm going to use a different sponge to go ahead and use this gray color on the other side of the coaster, and there you go. Guys, I love the texture that is giving on it, and I am in love with it. So you finish it off with the same sponge and make sure you do not leave any gaps, and there you go, it's finished. And we're going to use the same technique to remove of the masking tape after it's dried up. So gently do that, and you'll see a very crisp line between the black and the gray and the white. So it has already started to look amazing, guys. I am in love. So you see that crisp line? So that's what we need. After that, guys, we're going to take another 2 pieces of masking tape and stick it between the gray and the white line, because we are creating a golden line between these 2 black and gray ones. So I'm just sticking this masking tape very close to each other so that it gives us a little margin so that we can create a golden line in between that. So secure it really nicely, and using a flat brush, fill up that line that we just created with a golden color, and make sure you do not leave any gaps. Fill it really nicely, and after it's done, keep it for drying, and once it's dried up, we will now go ahead and remove the masking tape to see if the lines have come crisp. I can see that it has come crisp, so remove it. Guys, I'm so sorry the camera went off, we weren't able to record, but all I did is, using the same technique, I created a triangle here and filled in the same one with the golden lines. So here we are now on this side of the coaster. We're going to create some abstract lining, because this is an abstract coaster. So this side, we're going to create some linings, and using the thin, I think you can use anything here, but I'm using a toothpick. So create some not so perfect lines, choose the placement of it as per your choice. So we created some random lines, and after the random lines are done, this is how a coaster looks like. I am loving the look of it. I hope you like it too. Stay tuned, guys, for the best one is yet to come. So I hope you like this one. So for our first DIY, we will need some acrylic paints. Here I have white, black, blue and green. So this can is a 100 ml can, and it costed me 43 rupees for it. And apart from it, we would also need some paint medium. I bought this from a local paint shop, and some tiny coffee cups, and we also need some popsicle sticks. You can use anything to stir the paint, and of course a coaster and 1 straw. So these are all the materials that we need. So now let's start DIYing. So here I have already protected my work surface with a plastic sheet, because guys, it's gonna be really messy. And I've also prepared some colors. So while preparing, I have already got some stains on my sheet. Thank God I have the plastic sheet. Yes, let me show you the colors. I have black, blue and green. and the white I'm going to directly pour it from the can. So now let's start pouring the black color. So I would just use directly pour it on the coaster, and let's start layering our color. So first I start with black, and then I would use the green mixture that I have made. I used a green and added a little dab of black in it to make it a little darker, and of course this is a blue color that we have. So, and now just pick it up and start, you know, rotating our coaster, and if you see, the paint starts flowing with it. So that's we need, and keep using a stir stick, our popsicle stick in between, to and pick up the color that we need. Supposing if you want to add a black color somewhere, just use a stick to smudge off the black color and you will have it. Now I'm going to just use a white color. So the white paint, I'm just going to use a popsicle stick. It's pretty easy, guys. You can just see it and follow it. It's very easy. Wherever the paint is needed, you just add it, and then you just keep rotating our coaster to actually precisely let the color set in the areas that you want them to be. So now I just added some white. I will use a straw to have more control on the flow of the paint. So here I am just blowing off some air from my straw, and just keep blowing until you know where you want the paint. So here I've just added few drops of the blue paint, and I'm gonna again use my straw. Yes guys, that was my hair. I didn't realize it is coming in the camera. Sorry about that. So yes, again it's the same repeat process that I'm gonna do. And again I feel that the white is a little less, so we will add a little more of the white. And whenever I feel, you know, that somewhere I feel that some color is needed, so I will keep adding that color to that area, and again the same process will be repeated again and again till the end, until I'm satisfied with the outcome of it as to in what area I want the colors to be. So here I am just covering up the edges of the coaster, and this is how it looks like after covering everything. Let me give you a close-up of it. So you can stop here. This is how it looks like right now. You can stop here, but me being a little extra, so what I will do is I will go ahead and add some gold paint to it. I will not add much, but I will just use a toothpick to just put a little lines of gold color here and there, so that it just gives a pop of color to our coaster. So that's what I'm doing. I will be adding a little to the edge as well. It has already started to look amazing, guys. I'm in love with this one. Whoa, that is beautiful. So guys, these are the same coasters that we got from our Itsy Bitsy haul. If you haven't watched that video, I will link it up for you guys. So go ahead and watch that video as well. It was an amazing one, very useful one. So here I am completely done with adding the gold color, and this is how it looks. So it's the final reveal, guys. We're super excited to show you how they all turned out to be, and we will style them and show it to you guys. So if you like the video, do subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, and do share it with your friends. Love you loads.
To think I had plenty of dreams and light in my life, so my glass was half empty, but you came along and showed me how to love without limits, to have a good time. My glass was always half empty.